Magandang gabi, bayan. I am your Tito Goby, and tonight we're gonna react to modern women in gaming. It's a bit of a red pill, but uh, it's something that's been popping up on my feed a lot. So tonight we're gonna react to at least three of the videos from Red Alert. Okay, let's get to it. YouTube. There we go. We're gonna react to three of his latest videos, which is this one with CC, Zaza, and Lucy. Um, this has to do with a tournament that went bad. So basically, it will tell you what happened to it and everything, and then we'll go to Pokimane, and this gamer right here, she was okay when she first started. Then once she got big, I guess her ego got even bigger, I guess. And then last is his latest videos from 3 hours ago. Nadia finally lost everything. So basically, these videos right here, they're all about girl gamers, the modern women in gaming. Okay, so let's start.
You know when someone tries to play victim, but then the screenshots drop? Yeah, that just happened. And it's about to get so much worse for all three of these toxic streamers. So if you've been following the Marvel Rivals tournament drama, you already know the basics. A pro player named Kingsman got booted from a $40,000 event for supposedly being toxic. Except he wasn't. He just asked his teammates to take the competition seriously and maybe consider switching off characters they were going 0 kills and 0 assists on. Wild concept.
Okay, so this player Kingsman, one of kind of like a streamer, he's one of the best ranked players in the Marvel Rivals. Okay, so he's I guess you can call him a professional gamer, while everybody else is just like streamers. Okay, you got and these girls that he's about to talk to about CC, Zaza, and Lucy, they got sponsors already. So money's not a problem for them. But Kingsman, he doesn't have any sponsors or anything like that before the event, before the competition and everything. And he's struggling to actually get some money for his college, to pay for his education and everything like that. So he's taking this match seriously, while all these other three girls, they're just doing it for clout. Like, oh, I was part of this competition, and they're not taking it seriously like he is. Okay, so let's get back to the video.
Concept, I know, but here's where things get absolutely nuclear. Because just when everyone thought the story was over, Kingsman dropped a full Google Doc exposing exactly what was happening behind the scenes. I'm talking Discord screenshots, private DMs, and evidence so damning that sponsors started bailing within 48 hours. We even had the tournament organizers backtracking harder than a mantis trying to escape a dive, and these toxic streamers frantically deleting evidence, hoping nobody would notice. Except not only did Kingsman expose them, but a creator named Antigro doubled down on the receipts.
This started in October 2025 after I received a threat from CC, who's the leader of the official Marvel Rivals creator group. This threat to me came after I made 2 videos basically clearing my name from lies that Luciasa, who's another member of this group, told about me.
So let's break down exactly what got exposed, why these apologies were complete garbage, and how this entire toxic friend group managed to speedrun, destroying their own careers. Alright, so to start off, Kingsman wasn't planning on making these screenshots public, but then he saw a certain set of leaked messages and decided to drop the CC files document. The fact that he actually named it, that is biblical, but anyway, he drops this document, right? And immediately, people see Discord messages from someone who Kingsman is 99% sure is CC, talking to Zaza's boyfriend Kaplank. And the message is insane. It literally says to go on an alt account, clip anonymously, download any clips that could help get Kingsman kicked off the team. Then it says, don't worry, plenty of people online are just as good. Kingsman, like everybody else, is replaceable. Hold on. So while Cece was publicly posting about how she had nothing to do with getting him removed, there's literal screenshots of their group actively plotting to compile clips to justify kicking him. That's not just bad luck or a misunderstanding, that's premeditated coordination to get someone removed. And the most ironic part has to be calling their best player replaceable. Bro was literally carrying his team, going 18 for 2, but nope. Because he was taking a tournament seriously, he was ruining the vibes, you know? But it gets even worse. The leaked conversations are where this whole thing completely falls apart. Because now we're seeing what was said publicly versus what was said in private, and they're not even in the same universe. Publicly, there were posts about miscommunication, about everyone being at fault, about learning and growing. Standard PR damage control stuff that sounds nice, but means nothing. While privately, there was a completely different energy. There were
Um, this um event or the competition um happened around 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Okay, so just to get you up to speed, CC, this girl, she's like the team leader, right? And then Zaza is the player who's being difficult. She doesn't want to like change her character because she's a one trick. So basically, she only knows how to play one character. And then Lucy, Lucy's the one. Lucy was Kingsman's friend. Was okay because before the competition, Kingston and Lucy played with each other for a long time and got up into the ranks. Okay, so now CC being the leader, she's I guess what you call a feminist or something, because they showed her to be like a man hater or something like that. So she doesn't want to listen to Kingsman, who's a good player, who's actually asking Zaza to change her character to win the competition. And then Lucy, his friend, um, backstabs him and sides with Cece and Lucy and just goes at it on him. You know, it's like the Mean Girls kind of situation. All right, let's go back.
demands for video deletions, accusations of harassment when all Kingsman did was defend himself with facts, then my personal favorite, using mental health struggles as leverage to force compliance. And that's where I draw the line. Mental health is real. Anxiety is real. Panic attacks are real. But weaponizing those experiences to manipulate someone into silence while simultaneously attacking them in the same conversation, that's not coping with mental health. That's tactical manipulation disguised as vulnerability. So the strategy was obvious. Make Kingsman feel guilty for exposing the truth by framing it as causing distress. Except that playbook only works when people don't see the full context. And now, well, everyone's seen the full context. Even companies saw right through the manipulation. Because within literally 2 days of this document dropping, CC started losing sponsorships left and right. Infinity Mice dropped her immediately. Then Solaris Gaming released a statement saying they've completely removed her from their organization and creator program. They specifically mentioned they don't support behavior that targets or disrespects other creators. So when companies are terminating deals that quickly, it's not because of drama. It's because your behavior is so obviously indefensible they can't risk the association. These companies don't want their brand anywhere near this mess, and honestly, good for them. Because there needs to be actual consequences for treating people like garbage and lying about it. But
So my take on these girls, they're professional gaslighters. They'll be nice to you if they need you, and they'll just like throw you under the bus once they're done with you. These girls, like I said, they're the mean girls. Their strategy is to gaslight um, people or their fans or followers and everything like that into thinking that Kingsman is the bad guy here, or whoever they're against is the bad guy. So, uh, yeah, that's just like a modern woman thinking. It's like they'll use anything to gaslight other people into going into their side. But since Kingsman had like evidence, receipts to actually prove his innocence, that's where everything just like fell down. So yeah, so let's continue.
But here's where it gets even more pathetic. Cece posted this whole statement about taking time off the internet to reflect and work on herself, making it sound all very mature and noble, except she wasn't taking time off at all. She was online frantically deleting tweets she suddenly didn't want people to see, and someone caught her red-handed doing it. There was this old tweet on her account that said something about all men being liars.
I told you, I've seen this for the past 4 weeks already, so that's why I said she's a man hater, because of this tweet right here that she deleted and everything like that. She's not like, she doesn't want people to remember this. If you take a look at the year of the text or the tweet or whatever, it's from 3 years ago, or today is like 2026, so I guess it's 4 years ago now. But yeah, you're just a hater. I do hate men. Yeah. Okay, so she admits that she's a man hater. So she's one of those feminists. Feminists.
And when someone replied, she responded by saying she hates men. That tweet sat there for literal years without any issues. But the second this drama exploded and she started losing sponsors, boom, deleted. So, do you think she actually changed her mind about that opinion? Or do you think she realized that having tweets about hating men while being accused of treating a male creator unfairly might not look great? Yeah, and that, my friends, is why the Streisand effect is undefeated. Screenshots exist forever. Deleting it now just makes it more obvious she was trying to hide something in the first place. Meanwhile, Basim, the guy who actually hosted this tournament, is doing the fastest backpedal I've ever witnessed. Initially,
Basim, he is now known as the white knight simp of the Marvel Rivals community. He completely messed up on this because he just listened to CC's side. He just like he sided with CC, Zaza, and Lucy on whatever drama was happening without asking Kingsman his side. And then Kingsman came out with all these receipts, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it anymore." Uh, so he gets off scot free because he just like said sorry, he messed up. But yeah, even though he said sorry, from then on, he is now known as the White Knight Simp of the Marvel's Rivals community.
he was super confident, claiming the decision to remove Kingsman was entirely his, that nobody influenced him, and it was based on a strict zero tolerance policy. But then we have Cece on her own live stream admitting that Basim specifically came to her, asked if the accusations against Kingsman were true, and she greenlit the decision. So, which is it? Was it entirely your independent decision, or did you need CC's approval before pulling the trigger? Because the dude literally said that this wasn't influenced by anybody, but then we get recorded proof of him consulting with CC before making the call. But if we put that aside, to his credit, and I mean the bar is literally underground at this point, Basim did eventually apologize. He admitted he made a hasty decision based on bad information, which honestly puts him miles ahead of the others just by acknowledging he screwed up. But then again, the question remains, is he genuinely sorry, or is he only apologizing because public opinion turned against him and he realized he backed the wrong side? Because while Basim is at least attempting some form of accountability, the rest of the group aren't even close. Lucy, one of the teammates who told Kingsman to shut the fuck up during the tournament.
See, if you're friends with a guy and the guy like carried you into a higher rank, into the rankings, why would you do this to your friend? Tell him to like shut up and just take it. She could have like sided with Kingsman. It's like, hey guys, he's right, but Kingsman, we'll have to carry this game ourselves. Just admit that they're wrong, but they're not gonna change, and we'll just have to do the heavy lifting. Just you could have just done that instead of saying, "Oh, shut up." You could have just be even more nicer to Kingsman because he's been your like gaming buddy for a while now. But here she is, just telling Kingsman to just like shut up and take it. Like, what kind of friend is that?
Doubled down completely. She went on stream and said she was 100% justified in saying that.
But in regards to me telling him to shut the fuck up, that is the only thing I think I am 100% justified in, because Zaza said you're making me feel like shit. When somebody on your team is like saying that, I'm immediately just put off.
Then, in leaked private messages with Kingsman, Lucy tried apologizing while simultaneously saying he did things wrong too. So, in the end, she couldn't even commit to a proper apology. And let's not forget that this is the same person who caught backlash for a comment where she compared supporting Kingsman to supporting Israel, which many people felt was completely out of pocket and unnecessary.
When I said support Kingsman like it's supporting Israel, it was like I was saying the thing of like support, not specifically you supporting Kingsman is supporting Israel.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, backtrack. No, you meant it. You meant it at the time. You can see it at your face. You were like pissed at these chatters. Oh god, man.
It was the statement of support Kingsman or support Zaza. It's just I thought saying like supporting this is just like, I thought it was ridiculous.
Then we have Zaza Stack, who tried to defend staying on Black Widow on Twitter, pointing out that the team did manage to win a game with that setup. But community notes quickly added context, highlighting that despite that one win,
yeah, winning one match at a tournament doesn't mean nothing. It means it's just you're bad at the game. Just change your character. You should just change to a different character. They were suggesting Bucky back then because Bucky was like the easiest character to play. Just quickly switch to that. Try it out. Then if you don't feel it, then tell Kingsman like, no, it's not working out for me. And then I only know Black Widow, and I'll switch back to Black Widow because that's the only character I know. But you didn't even try switching. It's like, no, I have to be Black Widow. Why? It's a tournament. You're playing for money. Even though it's just like what they said, like you only get like 3,000 for first place each. 3,000. It's like you can buy a lot of stuff with 3,000, or you could buy one expensive stuff with 3,000. But yeah, for a college student, that's a lot. That's like a few meals right there. Books, you know. You can pay your fee for you can pay what 3,000. I think I don't know if you can pay for all your classes, but that's a good amount of money to actually use for your college. You know.
The team still lost 8 of their 9 matches. Then she also tweeted saying she hasn't lied once, and once again got immediately hit with a community note listing multiple lies. So at some point you just have to take the loss and stop digging yourself deeper. But it gets even worse for these toxic streamers, because then a smaller creator named Anti-Grow came forward with his own receipts, showing this exact same pattern of behavior happened to him 4 months ago. Back in October 2025, he made a couple videos defending himself because Lucy was literally lying about things he said.
I literally made 2 videos, which I will link in the description below, both of which I said nothing derogatory or inflammatory about Luciasa. Both videos were literally just clarifying the fact that she was literally lying on behalf of me, saying that I said things I never said.
Nothing inflammatory, just basic, hey, that didn't happen, here's proof type content. And CC slid into his DMs, threatening to kick him from the entire Marvel Rivals creator Discord if
The fucking modern girl boss. That's what you think she is, you know. Okay, so not all gamer girls or girl gamers are like this. Hopefully not, you know. You've seen some YouTube VTubers, right? They're cool, but there's a lot of girls like this out there also on Twitch, on Kick, and here in YouTube and everything like that. They're just here for the money, you know, and they don't really care about you because you're a simp. You're following her because she's nice. She looks nice, you know, and there, I don't know. There's probably I thought there was just a few pay pigs out there, but apparently there's more than what I thought. That's like actually paying her way through college. So that's one other thing, you know. It's like boys, stop simping. You know, just stop simping.
he made any more videos clearing his name.
So right here is where I received the threat from CC. I was told verbatim that making videos defending myself would count as harassment and I would be removed from this group. Again, I highly encourage you guys to go watch those videos. They were in no way harassment. It was literally
Defending yourself is harassment. What? Dude, if a girl like tells a lie that you date rape her, and you're like defending yourself, and they said that's what kind of world are we living in? That it's like, dude, you gotta come out with receipts nowadays. You know, you got every time you're with a woman or a girl like this whose ego is just out there. You know, just have something like a recording. You know, hopefully you're in a state where while recording somebody's one side consent kind of thing. You know, just have something to prove that you're innocent. You know, because they will ruin you. Oh God, they will ruin your reputation, your career, and everything just because they don't like you. What the fuck? So the boys, just be careful out there, okay? Just stop being a simp and kind of like just play it smart, you know? Just keep yourself safe. Oh my God, man.
clearing my name.
Bro, think about that. A small streamer getting publicly slandered, so he posts evidence showing the lies are false, and then the person running the community threatens to cut off all his networking opportunities if he dares to defend himself. He literally sat on those screenshots for 4 whole months, missing out on tournaments and collaborations because he didn't want to deal with this toxic group.
I have actually chosen to remain silent on these issues for about 4 months now. I've gone as far as not associated with most people from this group, and I've chosen to remove myself from certain events such as this tournament that are objectively big opportunities for streamers, specifically because
that's I respect your decision, man. I respect your decision, but you should have came out as soon as this happened because you they have ruined your reputation, and you're like sitting there, and then by saying nothing in front of the whole internet, that's kind of like a admission by doing nothing. It's like you should have said something before that in that 4 months. You should have just like did a tweet and showed the receipts. Like, dude, whatever they're telling you, it's not true. You know. But I don't know. It was your decision, but for me, I would like just come right out it. It's like they're slandering me. Here's my evidence that I didn't do whatever they said that I was doing. Okay. uh,
I want to avoid drama.
And you know what the craziest part is? Lucy accused him of making those defense videos for money and then completely ghosted him. No apology, no accountability, just radio silence. So it's clear this wasn't just a one-time thing with Kingsman. This is how these people operate when nobody's watching. They bully smaller creators into submission, threaten their careers, and only apologize when the internet puts a spotlight on them. But here's the absolutely beautiful part of all this. Despite the actions of these toxic streamers, Kingsman ended up winning. His channel exploded to over 200,000 subscribers, and he's getting more support than ever. Meanwhile, CC, Lucy, and Zazastack are losing sponsors, getting community noted into oblivion, and are finally being exposed for their toxic behavior in the gaming community. So yeah, the downfall has been absolutely satisfying to watch. Not because anyone wanted these people to fail, but because accountability finally caught up to them. And sometimes that's exactly what needs to happen. When you abuse power in small communities, when you threaten people into silence, and coordinate to sabotage someone's career over legitimate feedback, eventually the truth comes out. And when it does, no amount of fake apologies or deleted tweets can save you. But what do you guys think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
okay, we'll watch this other video later, but let's go back to the other one. So I was gonna go to the Pokemon video right after, but since this one right here is connected to the Marvel's Rivals drama, this is Lucy right here. We'll go to it. So basically, CC and Zaza, pretty much they're already trash in the Marvel's Rivals community. CC lost all of her sponsors already. Zaza as well, I think. And whenever people are losing in the game, or they have somebody's like really difficult, they say, "Oh, I have a Zaza in my team," uh, or something close to that. Every time they see a Black Widow now, it's always a Zaza. So even though there are players out there who are really good using Black Widow, but thanks to her, they're just being called Zaza also. It's like, ugh. Okay, so they got their stuff, but Lucy here, Lucy, she hasn't been getting a lot of heat until now because she's the backstabbing snake that you really have to watch out for. All you guys out there, if you have a girl besties or girls that hangs out with you, watch out for this type. Okay, just watch out for this type. And let's go to this video real quick and see what happened to her, because there's a lot of videos already that tells what happened to Cici and Zada, but Lucy, she wasn't getting much until now. So let's see what happened.
You know when someone claims they're your friend, duos with you for months, and then the second it's convenient, they stab you right in the back? Well, Luciasa just showed the entire internet exactly what fake friendship looks like, and honestly, it turned into one of the most satisfying, career-ending fumbles I've seen all year. Because what started as her mocking a broke college kid turned into a masterclass on how to contradict yourself so many times that even your own words become evidence against you. So let me set the stage real quick. Luciasa wasn't just some random streamer caught in the Marvel Rivals tournament mess. She was actually Kingsman's ranked duo partner. They played together constantly, and they were even considered friends. But the moment those other girls started turning on him, she didn't hesitate to throw him under the bus for people she'd literally never met before. And the way she did it was absolutely disgusting. So right after Kingsman got kicked from the $40,000 tournament, Luciasa decided to hop on stream and mock the guy for mentioning he needed the money for college.
You may not want the money, but I do, okay? I really want to win. I need money for college, I need money for everything. And I want to try my hardest to get the right composition.
Like, imagine your friend is trying to pay for their education, and your response is to laugh at them on camera. She's sitting there making jokes about him being broke, imitating his voice, acting like wanting to win prize money is somehow embarrassing. I mean, the lack of self-awareness is actually impressive, because she's also a college student. So, I mean, come on. But that wasn't even the worst part. After getting called out for being a terrible person, Luciasa decided the best defense was to compare supporting Kingsman to supporting Israel.
I have a genuine question. Like, seriously, answer this.
Okay, I think we've seen a lot of this from the previous video. I think already that she's already we already proven that she's a backstabber. So let's just like fast forward to I guess what her thing is now. What happened to her? Let's see.
Comparison for esports reputation, Luciasa went into full damage control mode.
Okay.
Guys, I am a Lebanese.
Because somehow that's going to make everything better. Now here's where Luciasa really cooked herself.
Okay, so we kind of like know about this, I guess, part already. So I just want to like go and see what the aftermath of it. If you guys still want to know all the details about the drama, just look up Marvel Rivals drama, and you'll be able to see all the details between these three girls and how they kind of like bullied Kingsman. Okay. But I just want to see what happened to Lucy, since we already know what happened to Cici and Zaza. But Lucy here, she seems to be like snaking her way out, but it looks like she got caught still. Okay, let's continue.
In one stream, she's saying Kingsman deserved to get kicked because the tournament organizer had other big name players lined up and didn't need someone causing problems. So she's literally defending his removal, saying if he didn't like the team dynamics, he should have just left. But then fast forward to when she's getting hate, and suddenly she's claiming she never wanted him kicked and would have voted against it if she'd known. So which is it? Because you can't say both and expect people to believe you. That's not how credibility works.
Okay,
But
let's fast forward a bit more. Yeah.
in my mind, that's definitely not taking responsibility.
Oh,
Right,
we
I
know.
should have apologized better. So,
Okay, okay,
and
okay.
a hypocrite. Those aren't sexist insults. Those are accurate.
Okay, she's still defending herself. She's getting cooked.
Around crying about how she's being mistreated online. So by now I'm sure you guys can see that the lack of self-reflection is genuinely concerning. Like, you can't spend hours trashing someone and then act surprised when people trash you back, especially when it's not even with random hate, but with actual receipts tied directly to your own actions. But anyway, just when you think it can't get more embarrassing, Luciasa goes after Basim, the tournament organizer who actually apologized and took accountability for his mistakes. Although I'm not sure how genuine that really was, it still doesn't justify the fact that Luciasa then called him the biggest loser of all time for admitting he was wrong and trying to make things right.
Dude, really? That one wasn't even, like, really? Bro, Basim is the biggest, like, loser of all time.
Let that sink in. The guy who showed humility and owned his errors is a loser, according to the person who's been lying and contradicting herself for days. Yep, so by now this should paint a pretty clear picture of the type of person we're dealing with over here. I mean, even Basim himself was genuinely confused as to why she's attacking him for doing the right thing, pointing out that taking accountability is how you avoid hate in the first place. Meanwhile, Luciasa made excuse after excuse, contradicted herself repeatedly, and wondered why people weren't letting it go. Luciasa then even tried deleting her VODs, thinking that would make everything disappear. Except the internet is forever, and people archived everything on a website specifically dedicated to preserving her deleted streams. So every contradictory statement, every bad take, every moment of her trying to rewrite history is still available for everyone to see. So deleting the evidence doesn't work when thousands of people already saved it. Now, within this whole Marvel Rivals drama, the comparison to CC is interesting, because while CC got more attention initially, Luciasa's behavior is arguably worse when you factor in the betrayal element. Because CC was never Kingsman's friend, but Luciasa was. She played games with him constantly, knew him personally, and still chose to turn on him the moment it became trendy. That's not just being mean, that's being a snake. And the internet hates snakes more than anything. But in the end, justice was served, because right now Kingsman is thriving. His Twitch and YouTube blew up, he's got overwhelming support, and he's basically the hero of this entire situation. Whereas Luciasa didn't just ruin her own career, she helped boost the career of the person she tried to tear down. And this is where the downfall becomes truly satisfying.
Yeah, sorry about a while ago, but a lot of that I pretty much knew already, and here's the actual result of what happened to Lucy right after the whole drama, I guess.
Because Luciasa didn't just lose some followers or get some negative comments, she permanently damaged her reputation through her own actions. Sponsors now want nothing to do with her, other creators are distancing themselves, and she went from being a rising streamer in the Marvel Rivals community to being known as the girl who betrayed her friend for clout. That's her legacy now. Not her gameplay, not her personality, just the fact that she's fake as f***. But what are your thoughts on Luciasa and the whole Marvel Rivals drama? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, so in the end, she was just like Lucy and Zaza, and she lost, I guess, her sponsorship and everything, and she has a very bad reputation also in the Marvel's Rivals community as well. So overall, she got the same just desserts. So yeah, you gotta watch out for these kind of e-girls, I guess. The modern gamer or the modern girl gamer. You gotta watch out for these. You know, just stop simping for them, please, boys. Stop simping for these good-looking girls. You know, they're just there for the money, for the clout. Okay, so let's go to Pokemon now. Let's see what's happening to Pokemon. She's also a gamer that became a millionaire because of simping. Yeah. All right, here we go.
grab some popcorn because Pokimane just turned that hole into a full-blown crater, and honestly, I don't think she's hitting bedrock anytime soon, because I'm talking about a week so catastrophically bad that she went from preaching about capitalism being evil to getting exposed as a hypocrite for living the most bougie lifestyle imaginable, to allegedly protecting an abuser, losing sponsorships, and having her own community turn against her. Because her so-called apologies have made everything infinitely worse, as this whole situation exposes a pattern we've been seeing for way too long, starting with the clip that basically set the internet on fire. Pokimane recently went on this whole tangent during a stream about how modern society is way too focused on money and work, saying
She says that while she has like one of these expensive little ugly dolls hanging on her mic stand. Uh, it's,
saying we live in this self-centered capitalistic society that trains us to prioritize cash over genuine human connection.
modern women, folks. That's modern women for you, okay? Stop simping for them, please.
We live in such
Dude, she's cute. I have to admit it. She has a face that makes me fall in love, but at the same time, I no. Please stop simping.
a self-centered capitalistic society. And it sucks because it trains us to prioritize work and money above all else, even friendships, even being there for other people.
And look, on the surface level, that's not even a terrible take. But here's where the cracks start to show. Because while she's giving this whole sermon about how materialistic and money-obsessed everyone has become, she's preaching this from her multi-million-dollar LA mansion. And this is the same person who literally just months ago bought herself a $12,000 engagement ring to marry herself. Bro, she literally made a whole cringe video about how she's proposing to herself. But anyway, let her keep lecturing us because she's clearly not cooked at all.
Girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at Bulgari that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like,
This is just like over the top, right? Just like it's you're so delusional that you don't even see, or it's I don't know. It has to be an act, it's an act to get more promotion clout. It has to be, right? Because this level of delusion, I don't think she was like this before when she started out as a YouTuber or as a streamer, right? But let's continue because this is just too much,
I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you are engaged to,
Marrying yourself. Where my mind just can't wrap around it. It's like, what do you go to the courts and say, I'll sign twice on a marriage certificate or something?
the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So, this is me proposing to myself.
Which brings us to her infamous cookie situation. Wait, that sounds dodgy. I'm talking about those overpriced cookies she launched for $28, and when people rightfully called them expensive, she hit them with the classic,
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Yeah, the same person now crying about capitalism called her own fans broke boys for not wanting to drop $30 on cookies, which, by the way, were basically just repackaged versions of another brand that sold for way cheaper. So yeah, she's right, peak capitalism actually, but it gets even more entertaining because someone called her out in chat saying she's a moody socialist billionaire, and instead of just brushing it off or ignoring it like a normal person, she banned them. 14-day timeout, gone. And then proceeds to go on this whole rant saying,
If you think I'm a billionaire, you cookie bean. I'm so sorry. If I ever was a billionaire, I wouldn't be a billionaire for more than a day. I would give away most of my money.
like, okay,
Bullshit. who when man, it's like you're gonna give away your billions. Yeah, sure. You're gonna give it to Prada. You're gonna give it away to Giovanni or whatever brand name out there, right? That's who you're gonna give your money to. Hmm.
cool story. But you're already a multimillionaire sitting on millions of dollars. Why wait until you hit the magical $1 billion mark to start giving money away? She already has more money than most people will see in 10 lifetimes. So why doesn't she just start now if she's such a kind, charitable person? And that's the thing that drives people crazy about creators like Pokimane. It's not that she's successful or wealthy, good for her. It's the insane hypocrisy of preaching one thing while doing the complete opposite. She'll post videos shopping on Rodeo Drive, showing off Gucci and Prada bags, flexing designer, everything, and then turn around and preach the exact opposite on stream. So the hypocrisy is just out of this world. You even see it in her streams. She goes live, does her whole routine, and after about 30 minutes, when the gifted subs stopped rolling in, she suddenly remembered she had a meeting.
Guys, I thought my meeting was at 2. It's at 1, which means I'm 8 minutes late. I'm so sorry. Love you guys so much. I've got to depart. Thank God I didn't get into a Valorant game. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
So you're telling me you just happened to remember your meeting the exact second the donations dried up? Come on now, we're not that gullible. But that drama is just the warm-up act. Because then Captain Puffy dropped a nuclear bomb that made everything 10 times worse. For those who don't know, Captain Puffy is another content creator who recently came forward with a massive document exposing her ex, Ellum, for emotional manipulation, financial exploitation, and just generally being a horrible person during their relationship. The document was detailed, it was damning, and it was heartbreaking to read. Now, here's where Pokimane enters the picture. Ellum currently lives with Pokimane, they're roommates. And according to Captain Puffy, Pokimane knows everything. She reached out to Pokimane, explained the entire situation, showed her the evidence, and Pokimane's response was basically, "Wow, that's awful, so sorry that happened to you." And then nothing. Pokimane kept living with him, kept collaborating with him, kept featuring him in content. You know, business as usual. And let me remind you that this is the same person who constantly tweets believe victims and talks about supporting women and standing up against abuse.
Double standards, it's like if it doesn't benefit them, it doesn't apply to them. Oh man, that's how the modern woman thinks. It's like that they'll say uh feminist stuff like that, like believe all victims. Now that it doesn't benefit her, she doesn't believe all victims. The double standards, man.
But when it's her actual roommate being accused with receipts, suddenly it's crickets. Suddenly there's no public statement, no addressing it. Just
Their roommates or are they like actually doing it? Look at that. Look at that picture. That's something like a boyfriend and girlfriend would have, right? They're probably doing it. behind closed doors or something. I don't know, but that's just like me talking out my ass because I don't know what's really happening. But this picture right here, that picture right there is damning to me. It's like they're probably hooking up or something from just by looking at this picture. But besties, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. If you have a cousin, would you take a picture like that? I've seen people do take a picture with family like this. Brother and sister being happy and all that. But I don't know. This image right here is just too close. It's just too close. That's how I feel.
hoping everyone forgets about it. Even Miskiff, of all people, called her out on stream, saying it bothered him how much he defended her over the years, only to watch her virtue signal about believing victims while actively living with someone accused of serious misconduct. And when Miskiff is the voice of reason in your drama, you know you've seriously messed up. So this is the pattern we keep seeing with Pokimane. She'll position herself as this moral authority, this voice for what's right, but the second it's inconvenient for her personal life or her brand, those morals evaporate instantly. It's
Exactly. That's how the modern woman thinks. Dude. And it's like I know people doesn't like to hear red pill content or all that, but dude, this is like a case study right here for red pills. It's like if it doesn't convenient them, then it doesn't apply. And
performative activism at its finest. She'll post the right hashtags, say the right things when it's trending, but when it comes to actually standing by those principles, nah, too much work. But, I mean, what do we know? We just broke boys anyway. Although her community is finally starting to see through it. The comment sections are
oh, look at that. She has 19 million. No, I mean 19 million. 9.4 million followers on what's this? It's just Twitter, Twitch. Man,
on her recent videos and streams are absolutely brutal.
dude, I don't remember her when she started out. She wasn't like this at all, was it? Was she? Oh man.
People aren't buying the relatable, down-to-earth streamer persona anymore. They're seeing someone who got wealthy off capitalism, lives an incredibly privileged lifestyle, and then has the audacity to lecture them about being too money-focused, while some people are out here struggling to pay rent.
Facts. And we hate the rich. Anyways. Too much.
Aren't you the rich?
No!
Yeah, the disconnect is astronomical. But it's not just her community, even her sponsors are starting to notice. Multiple brands have started quietly pulling back from her content. So when companies start distancing themselves, that's usually the canary in the coal mine that things are genuinely bad. Because the thing is, Pokimane's not getting cancelled for one specific thing. She's facing consequences for a pattern of behavior that people are finally connecting the dots on. The luxury lifestyle while complaining about capitalism. The expensive cookies while calling fans broke. The virtue signaling while protecting problematic people. The fake nice persona that cracks whenever something doesn't go her way. So it's not a cancellation moment. It's more of an accumulation moment. And what's wild is this could have all been avoided if she just lived authentically instead of constantly trying to seem more relatable or more moral than she actually is. None of this would be an issue. I mean, let's be honest, people can accept a wealthy streamer, but they can't accept a wealthy streamer pretending to be poor. They can accept someone who's flawed. They can't accept
I think she's doing that act because she did start out as a regular streamer like us, like with nothing, just with a webcam and a PC. That's how she started. But then, you know, it's like you evolved. But then she's like backtracking in it. She's not really seeing the disconnect herself, you know. But yeah, she is completely somebody else now. I don't remember her being like this, but oh well.
Except someone who pretends to be perfect while being a hypocrite behind the scenes. So where does this leave her? Honestly, probably fine financially. She's made her millions and she'll continue making money. But her reputation, that's cooked. Her credibility gone. And her ability to take any moral high ground ever again, absolutely obliterated. But what do you guys think? Is this all overblown, or is the criticism completely justified? Do you think she can recover from this, or is her reputation permanently damaged? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Okay, so this is the final video that we're gonna go through tonight. But I she Pokemon, what, I don't know, man. It's like she's definitely gonna come out of this, even though she probably has lost some sponsors because she still have a simp army. She'll come out of this all right. She'll probably get new sponsors and all that. But the delusion. Oh my God. It's like, okay, we understand that you came from nothing like everybody else. Now that you evolved into a millionaire, it's like you're you're part of that club that you hate. I, oh. It's just so confusing, you know. It's like I said, it's hypocritical. God. But yeah, that's part of the modern woman mentality. They just, oh man. Okay, like I said, this is the last video. Nadia finally lost everything. And Nadia right here. This is the first time I heard of her. I guess she's also a streamer. But let's see what happened to her.
Shut your dumb up. Shut your dumb up. 360 damage. Shut your dumb up.
Okay, it looks like she's also from Marvel Rivals. Oh God.
I am 1,000 times better than you, and you guys cannot
Or no, she's a Valorant player. Look at that gun. I guess.
accept that a girl can just be good at video games. And you guys can keep on hating while I'll continue to make clips like these.
You know that feeling when someone spends years telling everyone they're the best, only to get exposed as a complete fraud, and then watch their entire career fall apart in real time? Well, that's exactly how Nadia went from calling herself the greatest female Call of Duty player
Oh, Call of Duty? That's how Call of Duty looks now? Oh, God, I've been living under the rock for the past few years. I am that old. Oh, God.
on the planet to doing absolutely anything for views, all while her Twitch channel bleeds subscribers, all because she built an empire on skills she allegedly never had, got caught lying more times than anyone can count, and then decided the best career move was to start some sort of OF account. Now, to understand just how spectacular
That is a modern woman move. The modern woman, right? But thankfully not all women are like this. I'm hoping it's not the majority or half of the women out there are like these. But yeah, they're definitely the loudest, so hopefully not all women are like that nowadays. Oh God.
this down
Freaking girl bossing it until until you crash. Like, why? Oh.
Fall is, we need to rewind to when Nadia actually had momentum. Because back in early 2021, she fired up her first Twitch stream during the pandemic when everyone and their grandma was playing Warzone. She started small, maybe a dozen people watching, but she had something most streamers didn't. Well, what I was gonna say was that she was genuinely cracked at the game. Or at least, that's what people thought. Because she dropped these insane kill counts, hit shots that seemed impossible, and constantly reminded everyone watching that she was built different.
This clip right here proves why I am the best female Warzone player.
Even her titles would remind you of this all the time, you know? World record gameplay, best female player drops 40 bombs, that kind of thing. And for a while it worked. By 2022, she was sitting at over 100,000 Twitch followers, pulling thousands of viewers per stream, and her TikToks were getting millions of views. She even won some female-only tournaments and set records that had people genuinely impressed. So at this point, the whole package seemed legit. Skilled player breaking into a male-dominated space, proving the haters wrong, while inspiring other women to compete. Except there was one tiny problem. A lot of people started noticing her gameplay looked suspicious. Like, really suspicious. Because somehow her crosshair would snap onto targets with inhuman precision. She'd even somehow track enemies through walls before they were even visible. Her recoil control was so flawless, it looked like she was playing a different game. And whenever someone spectated her perspective, things just didn't add up. So, because of this, a YouTuber named Call of Shame made it his entire mission to expose her, dropping video after video, breaking down her sus clips. He'd slow down the footage, zoom in on her crosshair placements, and even analyze her eye movement on stream. Bro even pointed out that she kept glancing at a second monitor, suggesting she might be running wall hacks on a separate screen. So yeah, man went all in on these analyses, and the evidence was piling up faster than excuses at a family reunion. But he wasn't the only one. He was just pointing out what everyone was thinking. But Nadia's
See, boys. Just a lot of these girl gamers, they're out there just for clout. You know, they're out there for the simps. You know, it's like they're faking it until they make it. So watch out, okay?
His response to all these accusations was denial, deflection, and she called everyone sexist.
Hello.
That was just fucking sexy.
She then posted videos saying it was just frame glitches, controller input lag, or stream compression making things look weird. She even did the whole show your setup stream where she had cameras pointed at her monitors and hands, thinking that would shut everyone up. But it didn't, because then came the LAN event. Now, for those who don't know, a LAN event is where players compete in person on provided equipment. No custom PCs, no suspicious second monitors, no excuses.
Oh. Nadia is going crazy in Modern Warfare 2. I finally was able to jump on Modern Warfare 2 and start loving it. Yeah, if you all enjoy.
Just pure skill, and Call of Duty invited Nadia to their big Modern Warfare 2 showcase event where streamers could test the new game.
I am playing the newest Call of Duty MW2, and I end up dropping 79 kills combined. This was my first day on the game, and I was a little bit nervous to play it because I really didn't understand the movement.
She even hyped it up herself by telling everyone to watch because she was about to prove all the haters wrong. Then tweeted asking what people would say when she's dropping clips on their official setup. Well, we found out real quick. Nadia proceeded to get absolutely demolished. We're talking 4 kills and 15 deaths. Yeah.
Okay, this is the #1 player, Call of Duty. Sure. Now she gets exposed, right?
The so-called best female Warzone player couldn't even maintain
Warzone. I'm sorry, Warzone. Whatever.
positive KD. So no one could ignore the fact that the difference between her home streams and this LAN performance was night and day. And instead of owning it, she blamed lag on a closed local network at an official Call of Duty event.
How do you get a lag on a close? It's a LAN party. You're right there. You're not dealing with like the rest of the world. You have your own world right there. It's just you and the other computers in the same room.
with professional grade equipment. Yeah, nah, the copium was off the charts at this point. But instead of taking the L with dignity and maybe reflecting on her choices, Nadia decided to double down on being insufferable. She started leaning into the controversy, making TikToks with rage bait titles like "This clip exposed me" and "Time to address the cheating allegations," but then the videos would just be her trolling or promoting her streams. She wasn't actually addressing anything. She was farming engagement. And to be fair, it worked. Her numbers went up. People hate watched her, and she stayed relevant by being controversial. You know, the whole classic internet playbook? Because when you can't be respected, being notorious seems to be the answer. So, although this worked in the beginning, she then did something that really showed everyone who she was behind the wholesome gamer girl persona. Because during a stream in late 2022, someone sent her a donation with a message calling her a cheater. Which, let me remind you, was pretty standard stuff for her chat at this point.
Yep.
But instead of ignoring it or laughing it off, Nadia decided to go out of her way and dox this dude.
Aspen Gold. Doxing someone on Twitch should result in an stand by everything I said. Whoa. She went against Aspen Gold.
Just because he said what everyone was thinking.
When you send me money on PayPal, it actually gives me your full name. So thank you for the dollar dono. For whatever reason, you
Yeah, don't do
find
that.
actual time to do something in your life because now you look like a idiot.
Oh God, man. These girls, they have pretty faces, but very foul mouths. They look good, but they're dirty inside. It's like it's dude, she has a mouth of a sailor.
Yeah,
Again.
don't do that.
But it didn't stop there, because then
Oh,
she went on a
God.
rant about how this person, who she just exposed to thousands of viewers, was an idiot and should get a life. So in the end, she incited harassment against a random viewer because they hurt her feelings with a joke she'd been making herself for months. Now, because this is also against Twitch's policy, they hit her with a 14-day ban. Psych! The ban only lasted 6 hours. So
Oh, of course. She's a pretty lady that brings in money. You know. What do you expect? If she was a dude, banned for life. But no, she looks good. She looks good. She brings us money. So yeah, we'll ban her, but no, just for a short time. You know. Oh man.
I guess the rules don't apply the same when you're pulling big numbers, because other streamers get perma-banned for way less, but Nadia got less than a slap on the wrist, more like a hit marker on Recruit. But anyway, she posted an apology video, even though it was the most hollow thing you've ever seen. She apologized to Twitch, she apologized to her fans, but never once mentioned the actual person she doxed. It was just pure damage control with zero accountability.
What I'm saying is, though, is I'm still trying to learn from it. I made a mistake, and I do apologize to Twitch, and I appreciate them for unbanning me, by the way. Thank you very much.
But what's interesting is that people started noticing this pattern. Nadia would do something messed up, play victim when called out, claim sexism was the real issue, and then move on like nothing happened. So the gamer girl who wanted to be judged on skill,
Yep. Like I've been trying to say all this time on this video. That's how the modern woman acts. You know, that's their mentality. That's why People hate, or men hates modern women, right?
Was now hiding behind her gender every time consequences showed up. But by 2023, her gaming content was tanking. The cheating allegations never went away. Her LAN performance became a meme, and her attitude had burned so many bridges that other creators didn't want to associate with her anymore. So then Nadia did what any wash streamer does when gaming doesn't work. She pivoted to IRL content, hot tub streams, collaborations with people like Aiden Ross and FuziTube, and she even did a staged bit where she allegedly had diarrhea in a pool on stream, which was so painfully fake that it made Jake Paul's pranks look authentic. But what's worse is that the girl who claimed she wanted to change the stigma around female gamers was now doing everything to confirm every stereotype. Because then came the final nail in the coffin of any remaining dignity. She launched a fan house account. Now, for those who don't know, it's basically OF, but slightly less explicit. So yeah, she started selling revealing photos and exclusive content for monthly subscriptions. The same person who said
Alright, I guess simping ain't easy, right? Boys, I'm telling you, stop simping! Don't reward these kind of behaviors on women. Stop simping.
she wanted to be known for her skill, not her looks, was now monetizing her appearance because the gaming grift ran out of gas. So you can only imagine how the backlash was immediate and brutal. Her comment sections turned into roast sessions. Her view count started hemorrhaging. Videos that used to pull hundreds of thousands of views now struggle to crack 10,000. Even her Twitch streams that averaged 5,000 viewers dropped to a few hundred, and her TikTok followed the same pattern. Even if you look at her most viewed videos, they are either revealing content or her leaning into the cheating allegation. But then there's hardly any views when it comes to actually showcasing her gaming skills, which is kind of ironic. So yeah, Nadia finally lost everything. Not because of sexism, not because of haters, but because she chose the clout over the craft. And the internet has a long memory, especially when someone spends years telling you they're better than they actually are. The views are gone, the respect hardly ever existed, and all that's left is someone desperately trying to stay relevant in an industry that's already moved on. But what do you think? Did Nadia deserve this downfall, or did the internet take it too far? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Sorry, but the internet doesn't forgive. They don't forget. That's what you have to remember, boys. The internet doesn't forgive, it doesn't forget. They will come at you until the day you die. But then again, let's see. Let's go back to Red Alert. There you go, Red Alert. Thanks for the content and for the videos that you made. And to the boys out there, come on, just stop simping. They have pretty faces, I admit. They have very pretty faces, but once you see like actions like these, like attitudes and stuff like that, you just stop rewarding them. Stop rewarding him for this kind of stuff. And yeah, to the girl gamers out there, I know not all of you aren't like them. Thank God that all of you aren't like them, but so far there's a lot of these kind of girls, these modern women in gaming. They're literally the modern women in gaming. They're posers. They're fakes. I know they're giving you a bad name, but for those real girl gamers out there, just keep grinding. We support you. We'll support you. But these pretty faces, these modern women. Oh God. Oh well, that's all for tonight then. All right, thank you. Good night.